Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Mary if you're new here, and this is our container garden in which we grow most of the fresh produce that we eat on a daily basis right here at home, or vegetables or herbs or fruits. We grow here mostly in containers. 99% of it is grown in containers in the garden, and it takes a lot to keep that momentum going. On a daily basis, I share the journey with you, and today is a very important day in the garden. I will be doing some chopping and dropping. And while I work, I'll explain to you why it is critical to practice chop and drop in your garden in order to maximize maximize future harvests in your gardens. No, one of the reason you chop and drop is because you don't want to disturb the soil. Sometimes it is unavoidable, but when you can avoid disturbing the soil, you want to keep the life in your soil going. You don't want to disturb what's going on underneath too much. You chop instead of plucking up the plants. These callaloo, we've eaten so much from them, but now they're riddled with pests. So we don't want to eat those anymore. There's so many ants in here, but that's a good thing. It is a good thing and a bad thing in that the ants help to aerate the soil. But when too much of nothing is good, when they get too much, it's not good, because then you have too much air in your soil and plus they bite. I don't think I'm going to take out this pepper. Just prune it, because this will come right back if fed. Prune off the dead branches, and that will come right back. Hey, baby. And let's see if there's any corn in this. There's a few scattered green, but I'm gonna keep it. I'll put this in some soup. There's an ant's nest on it. Oh my word. I'm cutting them into smaller pieces. That way they break down quicker. Now it is important to just allow your beds to rest, or your containers, or even when planting in the soil. Sometimes it is good to have your bed just rest for a bit before planting your second set, or third or fourth set of plants, just allow the bed to rejuvenate. Now, whenever your beds are resting, it is important that you protect your soil. And this is the best ground cover that you could possibly provide your soil with. I know you can cover it with tarp and stuff like that, but covering it with material that will break down eventually and provide nutrients to the soil is the best ground cover you could possibly provide your beds, containers, or your ground soil with, in order to keep the nutrients that's already present in the soil in there, and it won't get washed away, or it won't be burnt too much by the heat of the sun, so it gets depleted. You're covering and you're protecting the living things that are also present in the soil. So chopping and dropping is one of the methods that you can do to help to keep that nutrients in the soil, keep it nutrients dense until you're ready to plant new things in that particular area. Let's continue cleaning. I'm going to take out all of these so we can have some fresh food growing. Might leave these ones that already, well, some of these are good. Let me take out the ones that have worms on them. These green, most green leaves, well, all green leaves has some amount of nitrogen in there. And so this is actually free fertilizer that you're providing for your new set of plants when you actually put these in your soil or on top of your soil. What I usually do is I place them there, and then they'll dry out eventually. And when I'm replenishing the bed, then I'll just incorporate it in that fresh soil that I'm adding to the beds, and that will provide a rich, nitrogen dense soil. So my new leaves that are going to grow on those new plants will be nice and lush and green. So that's free fertilizer. You don't have to worry about that, along with my manure and stuff like that. It's perfect to get your new garden going. Callaloo is a catch crop for stink bugs. So if you don't want the stink bugs too much on your peppers, plant callaloo close to the peppers, because they will prefer to suck on the callaloo because it is so succulent. Or you might know this as amaranth. Because it is so succulent, they'll prefer the callaloo over your pepper plants. So I'm gonna keep some in the garden because I much rather to have them sucking on the callaloo than my bell peppers that I'm about to plant in short order. Look how tall this one is, filled with stink bugs. There's so many weeds growing here. Can't seem to totally get rid of weeds. But the chop and drop method of gardening also helps to control the weeds that will take over your garden in no time. We love gardening, but weeding take up too much of our gardening, quality gardening time when we should be planting and fertilizing and getting rid of pests. We have to be weeding. We don't like to weed. Let me know in the comments who enjoy reading. Stink bugs. Did I say reading or weeding? Who enjoys? Let me know what I said, guys. Sometimes my brain time out. Let me know who enjoy weeding. I certainly do not enjoy weeding. I like to plant and I like to harvest. I don't like pest control. I don't like to be taking care of pests when I should be planting more food. These weeds, they will take up all of your gardening time. So practicing the chop and drop method helps. It does not eliminate the problem, but it helps with some of the weed. Wonder why my callaloo always look this good? Guys, I do not fertilize callaloo at all. This is what I do, and whenever my suckers, my callaloo suckers grow, I just transplant them out and leave them. That's it. No fertilizing. This is the fertilizing that they get. Dropping those on there and allow them to break down. Now guys, there's a new feature on YouTube. It's called hype, and it's right where you'd see like and share and super thanks and all of that beneath the videos. There is a new hype button right there that you can utilize to push my videos out so more persons are able to see them. So that you still like the videos, but you're able to now hype the videos as well. Unfortunately, it's not yet available here in Jamaica, but if you do that, you'll help YouTube push out the videos to more persons. So please utilize that hype button and just hype up the videos for me, guys. Thank you so much in advance, as I know y'all will do that for me. For those of you who are able to see that feature, thank you guys. Appreciate it. For those of you who have been sharing the videos, thank you very, very much. To my members, new and old members, thank you for joining this gardening community and just boosting us along. We appreciate you so very much. Please continue to watch, guys. We have much more information in store for you. Let me get back to work. These have worm on them now. And guys, I don't know if you saw the last pepper video, guys. When I held on to the caterpillar. Guys, I'm terrified to touch those ones. I'm not afraid of these little small worms on the callaloo, but I can't see myself eating them. No. So when they start getting worms, we get rid of them. Oh, my word. I plant 2 tomatoes in here and a basil. And if you ever see red callaloo coming up in there, guys, I know it is not advised to put the green leaves on there, as the green leaves will take nutrients from the soil to break down. But this soil has a lot of manure in there. So even if it takes some amount of nitrogen from there to help break down the leaves before they actually feed back the soil, I think there's enough in there to feed my tomatoes. I don't think it will get depleted so quickly. So that is why it's advised to put dry mulch on there or leaves that are already breaking down or has broken down already, rather than put green leaves on there, because the green leaves require nutrients to break down. So if you have a soil that is already poor, don't put this green leaf on there if you're gonna plant straight away. If it's resting your beds, if it is that you're resting your beds, fine. But if not, don't put the green leaves on there. It will take nutrients from the soil to break down. I'm going to be planting in these, but I'll put some more fresh soil, rich fresh soil on top. Callaloo can grow from cuttings, guys. So if you do this with your callaloo, watch out for sprouting. Watch it and see if they will grow. You probably need to cover them totally with soil, because they can grow from cutting. If the stems are making contact with the soil and they're getting sunlight, they will grow. So just watch out for that. I have so many callaloo suckers coming up in here ready to be planted out. So these old ones that I'm taking out, it really does not matter, because guys, look at this. I'll move this aside. Both the red and the green, these are all callaloo seedlings, red and green. There are some weeds in there too, but all of these are callaloo seedlings coming up that I'm going to have to transplant. So I need to get rid of these old ones. Thing is, there are wild callaloo and regular callaloo. It's hard to tell which one is the wild one, but I'll figure it out. Ah, my cat sleep on my thing, man. Oh man, cat sleep on my, what's this again? I don't even know if it's broccoli or cabbage or cauliflower. Break it down. Ugh. Try and save it. Cats, tell you, let me get these out. Ooh. I have so many things that I need to plant, so these beds needed to be cleaned out. I have another corn right here. I wonder if there's anything in there. My soup coming along, you know. My soup. My soup. Way. Look at that. Of course. Put that in my soup. I'm gonna put that outside. That is going to arbor. So now I have ants in here, man. I don't know why ants. All these pak choys are good. So I'll leave those for now, because those I'm going to be able to harvest soon. I'm gonna leave those. Why this pomegranate? I need to tame this shoe. This is scallion. Smells so good. This is actually pesticides that you're growing in your garden and you not even know it. I'm going to do a video on this soon. Let me drop that on the bed as well. This is another one that will grow. The pak choy, the stem part of it will grow if it makes contact with soil and the sunlight. Right, these ones now. I have these two containers to clean out. because I have things I need to plant in them. This little wild cucumber is taking over the garden. This is what the little fruit look like. Ui, that's a little fruit. I tasted it and it's bitter because I was told it's edible. I don't like it. Try to grow things that I like to eat. That one I don't like. Mm-mm. Down in this container, I have plenty place to drop things. Soil, drop all the way down in there. We've eaten so much from this callaloo. It's a blessing. Fresh soil on this. This is a practice that has been, is not a recent practice. Chop and drop goes back generations, guys. Wonder why back in the days growing up in the country, our parents' gardens did so well without fertilizing. And these are the things we overlooked, never paid them too much mind. Now that you're growing your own food, it all makes sense. These are things that they practiced back in the day. It's amazing. These are actually good food. I can get breakfast from here, so, and I'm not going to cook breakfast this morning. Let me tell you my business. I'm going to leave these ones because see, there are no worms on there. There are stink bugs, but those I can just shake off easily. So I'm not going to take out this container. I'm going to harvest these. We eat them fresh. So I don't like to harvest them and put them in the fridge. It just tastes different. So I'm going to leave these ones and harvest them and cook them and then replenish that container. I'm gonna just chop the root areas and do it just like you saw me doing with this one. So let me move on to more plants that we can't eat. I missed a spot out this side. Gosh, these weeds. Wait, my pineapple dropped me. I need to find somewhere to put you, you know. I need to, so you don't keep sticking me. I'm gonna find somewhere to put it. Oi! Need to plant something in these. I think I have some cabbage and stuff almost ready to be planted out. Almost. Need to get those planted so we can start seeing some nice cabbage in the garden, right, guys? Who missed the cabbages? I didn't have any cabbage growing because I had to leave the garden, and I know those needed to be cared for properly. So that is why I didn't plant any cabbage for a little bit, because I knew I was going to be leaving the garden for a while. Yeah. But I have seedlings that I sold right as I came back that will be ready soon to be planted out. Planted some that I bought, but that is not enough. And I like having cabbage in succession. Not always harvesting cabbage. All right. This is my collard greens. More than 2 year old. More than 2 years and still going strong. Oops. Alright. That don't look bad. That look bad at all. The weeds taking over the pineapple. My word. Oh, I wonder if I should take it out of this little container. I wonder. But I had a pineapple that produced in this exact same size container. Same container, as a matter of fact. It's a little go-kart tire. And it produced a nice pineapple. But it's hard to clean out the weeds out of it. And these things will cut you up. Hard to clean the weeds from it. Oh, gosh. These weeds you don't want to chop and drop in your garden. You want to get rid of those totally because, oh, but that's one of the issues you face when you bring in new soil in your garden. You don't know what seed in there, what weed seed in there. So, see, weeds that I've never seen before, I am seeing now growing out of the soil. Look at the root system. Horrible. Ugh. Let me get my little weeder tool to get that out. Things like that, I need this hand weeder. It helps me get out the roots. See? Otherwise, I would be struggling. Look at that. So easy. That works great doing that. Alright, put back this. I have to put it back same place for now. Can't see it here, so though. I'll have to figure that out. Guys, I planted these beetroot with you the other day. And remember, there were a few little melons in there. Watermelons that are buried to feed the soil. Look at watermelons growing. I don't want the watermelons in there. They're going to crowd out the beets and kill them. So each time these pop up, I have to just weed them out and just drop them. The form of chopping and dropping, isn't it? Because they're going to break down in the soil eventually. But this is a task because it's about 3 little watermelons that I had dropped in there and covered them up. Now we have a big problem. So all I have to do, guys, is whenever I pass, whenever we water and we're getting a little rain, I'm so grateful. But with rain comes weed. So all I have to do is don't allow it to pile up too much on me. Whenever I walk by and I see them, I just pull them. That's just gardening. Gardening is something you cannot do unless you love it. Otherwise, you're going to give up because it can be a little much to tend to a garden. Especially if you have to go to work. It's a challenge. It will take up your time and it will create problem in your yard. Because it's going to be said that you're giving the garden too much of your time. So if you don't love it, might as well you leave it alone. But it is so rewarding, guys, when you are able to do this and then harvest and eat your healthy, fresh food. And it's so mentally rewarding also to watch the plant grow and produce. It's also mentally draining when you plant and the pest or disease destroy them. So you have to kind of create a balance and go into gardening knowing that there are going to be fails and learn how to deal with that. Focus on what's doing good and deal with what's doing bad because you have to deal with it. I have a a bed with corns up here I showed you in the last garden tour. It's not doing well, so I'm going to chop those and drop them as well in preparation for my new crop. I'm not sure what I'm going to plant in that bed yet, but you can't have a bed sitting there with corn that is doing nothing. So let's work on that, and then probably that's the last thing I'll be doing for this morning because it's getting super hot in the garden. Second time planting these corns and they just failed. All right, these are filled with ants. I don't even know if I want to practice that chopping and dropping with these because they're filled with ants. Oh my goodness. I feel the bite and they don't bite me yet. Ugh. Hmm. Goodness gracious gollums. I can't do this. Somebody need to give me a solution for this. Mm-mm. Goodness grieves. There's no way I can take on this bed. Where? And these are the big biting ants. Just give me the creeps. Mm-mm. No, no, no. Mm-mm. Oh my goodness. I don't know how these are going to come out. Oh, I'm going to get rid of those ants. Organic gardeners. Help me here. Help me, please do. My organic gardening family, please. What do I do now? I'm gonna put some diatomaceous earth in there and see what happens. As I went back for, let's hope this work. This is some diatomaceous earth. Oh my goodness. And I'm hoping it works before it rains because if this gets wet, talk foolishness. If this get wet, it has no use. It has to be dry to work. So that's some diatomaceous earth. Let's see if that does anything at all to help with the ants so I can get a chance to take out these plants. Oh my goodness. And get a chance to plant. Go back, baby ants. Ants, baby, go back, please. They bite, they pack a punch. My love, I don't want these to bite you. Oi, my organic gardeners, help. Oi, I think that is it. Those took me out this morning. So what the diatomaceous earth does, it's like some tiny glass like particles and it penetrates their soft exoskeleton and literally kills them. So let's see if that works. I'm hoping it does not rain until, let me see, 2-3 hours. Yes, baby. So that I can get rid of these because I can't plant in this now because they're going to eat my seeds or seedlings. Goodness grieves. I go around this side. Goodness grieves, my son. Wee, gosh. I need to find somewhere to put my dragon fruits. They're growing like crazy. Guys, those ants took me out. Hey, buddy. Don't go in the ants, come and say good morning. Come here. Come tell the guys good morning. Come on. Yeah. Say hi. Hi. This is Mikkel if you're new here. This is our resident baby gardener. Always in the garden with mommy. I prefer that than him being on a gadget. You know what I mean? I love you too. So, I love you too, Baba. So, he's always buzzing around in the videos. Now that he's going to school, it's not so often, but yeah. All right, guys. So, quickly recapping today's video. Yeah. Today's video, chopping and dropping is important. It goes way, way back, guys. It's not a modern day farmer thing. It goes centuries back where gardeners chop and drop the vegetation. Because even when cleaning some of the bigger land spaces, they leave the grass or the shrubs on the soil to break down, and it feeds the soil, and so we have better crops, naturally grown organic produce that tastes so good. That's what we aim for. So chopping and dropping is important in your garden, even when gardening in containers like myself. So I encourage you to do that. For those persons who are heading into fall, going into winter, when you're putting your beds to sleep, instead of cleaning them out Pinterest perfect and putting the old vegetable in the dumpster, you can leave them as long as there are no disease on them. If there is plants that like peppers and tomatoes are prone to disease, eggplants and stuff like that, you want to toss those um plants that are prone to disease. But for others that don't have disease, especially beans, those will provide a lot of nitrogen to the soil. You leave them in place, chop them off, leave them in place, cover the beds, and overwinter your gardens. And come spring, you'll have the richest soil to plant your vegetable in. So, chop and drop, guys. I encourage you to do that. Thank you so very much, guys. Please remember that like button. Remember to hit the like button as well. Hit both of them. Like, share, hype, all of them, guys. It helps the channel a ton. To my members, new and old, thank you for being there again. My viewers, thank you ever so much for staying with me in the garden. It helps. Your comments, yes, okay, say, and me too. Your comments, they are encouraging, and I beg of you, please continue to leave your comments. I read those at night, myself and Steve, and so when morning, we're just encouraged to come in the garden again to do some work and to inspire you to keep your garden growing. Thank you so very much. Remember, like, share, hype the videos. All right, guys, subscribe. Subscribe if you've not already done so, and press the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we post new videos. Usually it's every morning at 8 a.m. Jamaica time. So please do tuning. All right, and take care. Come and say goodbye. Bye. Take care, guys.